If you only let yourself rest after you've achieved something, I really want you to hear this. Rest isn't a reward. It's not a gold star for productivity, and it's definitely not something that you have to earn. Hi, I'm Janet Mohapi-Banks, and I'm a best-selling author for my book Habits for Happiness, and I'm a transformational happiness coach for high achievers and soul seekers who wake up feeling empty despite their outward success. Using my unique methodology, the Mohapi Method to More, which blends neuroscience, psychology, spirituality, and manifestation, I help people to go from burnout and dissatisfaction to living a life that actually feels as good as it looks. So if you'd like a taste of how my work can help you too, I invite you to join my free 14-day mini course, Rewire Your Brain for Happiness. The link is in the description. Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you ever been physically still, but internally you feel like you're just spinning? Like you finally sit down, but you can't stop thinking about what you should be doing. Like being still is somehow really, really irresponsible. That used to be my normal, and for a really long time I didn't even question it. I only let myself stop once I'd earned it, once I'd ticked every box and crossed every line. And even then, I wasn't really resting. I was preparing for the next push. My body would be still, but my mind was sprinting, already scanning, already bracing for what's to come. I remember delivering a massive client cake once. After working for over 30 hours straight, I was utterly exhausted. But instead of allowing myself to rest because I really needed it, I only allowed it because I'd finally done enough. Even lying down felt conditional, like I had to justify it to some invisible productivity judge. And if I hadn't earned it, well, rest wasn't even an option. And that voice inside saying, you should be doing something, it wasn't necessarily about the to-do list. It was actually about my identity. When your self-worth is wrapped up in being the reliable one, the strong one, the one who never drops the ball, then rest doesn't just feel unproductive. It feels like a threat to who you believe yourself to be. It's not safe to stop because stopping risks unraveling that whole identity. So even when your body is screaming for pause, your brain overrides it because being still isn't part of the story you've told yourself about being good, about being worthy. And here's the thing that most people don't talk about. When your nervous system has been stuck in fight or flight for years, rest doesn't feel peaceful. It feels unsafe. It feels like exposure and really, really vulnerable. Stillness gets interpreted as danger because if you're not doing something, the subconscious believes something might go wrong. Like you might get left behind or you might get judged badly. That's not just psychological, it's neurological too. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters your attention, has been trained to prioritize problems, to find gaps and things that need to be done. It's like a spotlight constantly scanning for tasks to solve so you can keep proving your value. And every time you tick a box or achieve something, your brain releases a little dopamine hit. It feels really good, very briefly. And that becomes the pattern. You start chasing that hit, not consciously, but chemically. And when you stop, well, there's no dopamine. There's no internal high five. It's just silence. And if you've never been taught that silence is safe, it can feel like failure. Add to that the subconscious belief that rest is laziness, and now we've got a really destructive loop. You overwork to feel okay, but you can never stop long enough to feel whole. That was my whole story. Even when I was literally vomiting every day, I still believed that pushing was noble and rest was somehow wrong. I wore exhaustion as though it was a badge of honor. I thought being the one who could handle it all made me strong. It wasn't until I was forced to stop, when I burned out so badly I became bedridden for 5 years, that I finally questioned it. And even then, even when my body couldn't walk to the kitchen, my brain kept trying to build new businesses in my head because I didn't know how to be without producing. I didn't know who I was unless I was creating something, fixing something, proving something. That's really how deep these patterns can run. It wasn't I didn't want to rest, it was that my system had learned that safety came from doing and stillness felt like risk. But what I've learned now, and what I teach my clients, is that real safety doesn't come from action. It comes from internal permission. It comes from knowing your worth isn't earned through your output. And this is where manifestation really comes into its own. From an energetic perspective, rest is one of the most magnetic states that we can be in, because when we can be still and trust that what we desire is already on its way, we stop chasing and start receiving. Rest communicates belief. It says, I trust the process. I don't have to hustle for my worth. I'm supported even when I pause. That's real resonance, alignment, and power. When you're resting from collapse, it's survival. But when you're resting from alignment, it's expansion. That's when your nervous system recalibrates and when clarity returns. That's when aligned action that's in the state of flow, becomes possible. Because here's the secret. Rest doesn't block momentum. Rest builds it. It's in those moments of pause when you're not bracing, not controlling, and not performing that truth gets loud. That's when inspired ideas drop in. That's when peace starts to feel like your baseline and not just this fleeting thing. And I know it might feel weird to consciously pause. Even now, you might be watching this whilst you're folding laundry or checking your email or doing something just to feel like this time is useful, because the silence still feels itchy or shameful or, like I say, unproductive. So let's try something together. If it's safe to do so, I just want you to stop just for one moment. Just let your body be still and take a breath. Not to fix anything, not to achieve anything, just a breath that says it's safe to be still. I don't have to earn in this moment. I am valuable even when I'm not doing. Right now, breathing is enough. Let that settle into your body. And let me know in the comments how it feels, yeah? And if that felt uncomfortable, I get it. It used to feel completely wrong for me too. But that discomfort, that's not danger. That's your nervous system adjusting to a new truth. And the more you let yourself feel safe in stillness, the more you rewire your system to support you instead of sabotage you. This is how you stop living in that destructive loop that threatens to burn you out. It's how you move from chasing to receiving, from fear-driven survival to peaceful living. Now, if part of you is tired of running and another part is still terrified to stop, don't worry, I've got you. You're just living in a pattern of behavior that doesn't serve you anymore. And patterns can be rewritten. Inside my free 14-day mini course, Rewire Your Brain for Happiness, I walk you through the exact shifts that helped me to step out of that terrible loop and into a life that's sustainable, ease-filled, and actually fulfilling. It's grounded in neuroscience, it's trauma-aware, and it's a safe place to start trusting rest again. The link is in the description. And if you haven't watched it yet, I really recommend that you watch my last video, which tells my full story of burning out. It'll prove to you that you're not alone. I look forward to seeing you in my community, and if I don't, well, just know that you've got this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.